done doing a reaction for the new sneak look of Disney's Aladdin, which is coming out this May. Do you guys want? Go check it out, and because it will be posted, because I will be posting it today, which is Tuesday. I have to say, it did take me out a little bit seeing the blue genie, but yeah, my highlights are still here. I learned the day after I got them done that apparently you don't want to use tea tree oil in colored hair because apparently it makes the color fade faster. But there's a lot of debate about whether or not it actually does. I'm like, well, I'm still going to use it because my scalp is sensitive and it's like the only thing I can use that will make my hair look nice and it doesn't bother my scalp. So I am using it and I'm trying to do two things at once, which I shouldn't do. Just give me one moment. It's real life. Alright, sorry about that. I had to set up my little mini table because I am getting lunch, and if you guys want to know how my day is going, yeah, that's how the day is going. We are in the middle. It's stopped now, so I think it's ending, but we have 4 winter storms that are supposed to be hitting the state in the next 16 days. So this is just one of 4 within the next 16 days. We have this one and 2 more that are supposed to be really strong and nasty, and then one last one that's not supposed to be as strong, it's supposed to be weaker, and that's within like 16 days. So this is the first one. This one's supposed to be over with. We're under a winter storm warning as of right now till noon tomorrow, which sucks because I go into work at 1. But I think they're going to pull that off because unless it starts back up again, I think it's done. And the weird thing is we weren't actually supposed to be hit this bad. I had checked the weather early Sunday, and it just said like a couple inches of snow, half an inch of ice, mostly it's just going to be wind. My mom checked it Sunday night, and all of a sudden it was like 12 inches of snow. And I'm like, seriously? So, first of 4 storms, the next 16 days. The next one is actually supposed to hit this Saturday and Sunday. So, it's supposed to be over Wednesday. We'll get Thursday, Friday, which is nice because I'm meeting up with a friend Friday for lunch. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're supposed to get another one. And then the next one is supposed to be Wednesday next week. So we're supposed to be getting 2 this week, 1 next week, and then 1 the day after. And the thing is they're saying they're supposed to be coming like 4 days apart. So, yay! No, my birthday's over. I'm done with snow. I want spring. I want to get my bike back out. I want to be outdoors working on my running. I'm tired of slipping and falling. When I went to go get my hair done Friday, I slipped and fell twice on my way to Walmart, which I'm sure I told you guys about, so that was not fun at all. And then Saturday night, my brother and I decided to go to Speedway to get Slurpees. Well, here's the thing. Since the storm last week, everything was nothing but a coat of ice, like the grass, sidewalk, cement, anything that had not been plowed or salted or cleared was nothing but a shiny sheet, solid, flat sheet of ice. Like no snow for traction or anything. So we went to Speedway, and usually we take the shortcut where there's like this little narrow path between the carport and like this little fencing thing that people here use to get to Speedway, and it's normally fine, except that there was just like a slide of ice, and I fell on the way to Speedway. And I had worn boots, but I was wearing fashion boots that had no treads on the bottom. Not the smartest idea, Caitlin. So I was wearing those, and then we got our drinks, and my brother got a bag of chips, and I got a Slurpee, and he got pop, and we're like, we don't want to drop these and have them go all over, because not only was it slippery, it was chilly. Like freezing cold. So we decided, okay, this time instead of going down the narrow path, because there's also the carport, the metal back of the carport extends kind of into the path, and my brother, one time we had gone to Speedway, he slipped and slammed his arm into the side of it, and we were afraid he had cut himself. Thankfully he didn't. So we decided not to risk it and to try swinging around wide and see if we could just get it that way. Well, it's slopes, so Speedway's on a little bit of a higher slope than our apartment, so when you walk to or from, you're going up or down a slope. So we were going down a slight slope. I take 1 step onto where we were walking, and the next thing I know, I'm falling backwards onto my bum, and I can't get back up because there's no traction. There's nothing for me to grab. My brother's like has his legs splayed out on the ice, frantically trying to keep us balanced so he doesn't slip and fall. Luckily, my drink did not go everywhere. So basically so we looked, and there's this giant snow pile from when they had plowed the parking lot right there. And so my brother just slid his way over, and I just sat down on my bum, and I scooted myself across the ice, one hand holding a drink, by the way, a Slurpee, and just scooted to the snow pile until we could stand up, until I could stand up and just make our way back, because everything else was plowed. So yeah, that's sucky. It's been horrible. It's been crappy. It's been nasty. And nasty. Horrible. So, yeah, but my birthday ended up being great. We went to lunch Sunday with my dad, Golden Corral. I ate way more food than I should have, but thankfully I had skipped breakfast and I ended up skipping dinner. Because everything was just so good on Sunday. It was really, really good. Like the fish, everything. And then I was sick Monday morning because I had eaten so much food. And then I tried to eat breakfast, and that was not good. No, don't eat that. So it was nice. It was really nice having lunch with my dad, and now it's just back to normal. And like I said, these are going to be very boring for the most part because there's like literally nothing going on because it's winter, so I'm kind of boxed in. I can't go walking or stuff right now. I can't even go down to Family Fair to get a freaking pasty. I'm sad. Today I'm having spicy chicken and rice and cheese because it's one of those days where I want spicy chicken and rice and cheese. But yeah, so it's kind of just nasty, not fun outside. My brother had to work today. He has tomorrow and Thursday off. So it is not fun at all. It's not fun. I miss my bike. I'm doing my yoga. I do yoga twice a day. I do stretch. I do flexibility or workout or some kind of stretching in the morning. And then at night I do a 20-minute yoga bedtime routine, and that's been really nice, and I think that's helping me. But for the most part, I'm just ready to get outside. I'm ready for it to be spring. My job hunting is not going as good as I hoped. I've heard back from I've only heard back from 2 places, one of which my mom's like, you don't want to work there, so I didn't respond to them. The other one was a no. I've applied to a few more places, and I still haven't heard back from anybody. I just applied to the Looms last night to work as a ticket saleswoman, however you want it, a ticket person, for the season. And I'm kind of on the fence about that because it is a seasonal job. And I want to work, and I want to get away from Staples, but at the same time, I'm worried since it's a seasonal job, what I'm going to do. So, I don't know. So, it's so frustrating. So, I'm going to give it lunch. Hopefully, I will vlog again later in the week, and hopefully something will happen. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. So, I hope this shows up. I went to look at, I'm at the Mackinac Bridge Authority page. This is where you go for updates about all the bridge and events and stuff. Earlier today, there was a multi-car pileup on the bridge, and it was closed, and it is now currently closed, and I thought I'd show you guys why. So you go to the bridge website, and for those of you who are wondering, the Mackinac Bridge, if you go back and watch my earlier videos, this is the Mackinac Bridge right here. This is what connects the lower and upper peninsula of Michigan together. It's about 5 miles long. It's actually really cool to go over. So if you go back and watch some of my early videos, including from this year, this is the bridge we had to cross in April when I was going up to Mackinac Island last year. So earlier this year, last year. So if you go back and watch my videos from when I went to Mackinac Island or anything like that, this is the bridge that we go over if we go to the UP or vice versa. So they have a bridge cam, which is this live bridge cam, and the images update every 60 seconds. So this is the current conditions of the bridge. So this is at an administration building looking south, and the bridge is supposed to be there. So that's like the administration. This is the bridge supposed to be over there. This is from, this next year from St. Ignace, which is on the tip of the upper peninsula, which is the where you go to. So the bridge goes from Mackinac City in the lower peninsula to St. Ignace in the upper peninsula. So the next 2 cameras are from St. Ignace. So these are at dock. So this is a dock camera. So this is at one of the docks. So you're supposed to be able to see the bridge here. Obviously, you can't see the bridge. This is one from a bridge view from a park, which has an amazing view of the bridge. I've been to it. Again, you should be able to see the bridge. You can't see the bridge. This final one is from Mackinac City looking south. So, no, looking north. Yeah, looking north. I don't know why I said south. So this is looking to the bridge going towards the UP. This is the highway right here. You can just barely make out like the signs and stuff. This is the highway that goes up to the bridge. You should be able to see the bridge right there, you can't even really, I can't see the bridge. So the highway is right here, and the bridge is supposed to be right there. So you can't see it right now. So that is how bad the weather is. The good news is where I am, Midland, we are no longer under a winter storm warning. We are under an advisory until tomorrow at 3, but this is the current state. This is what it's like. And right here, they have the bridge condition. This is where you go to check and see. And they very rarely will close the Mackinac Bridge unless the weather is really, really bad. Like, they will have the bridge open in, like, blizzard conditions. But, like, hurricane force winds, whiteout conditions, they usually close it a couple times a year for falling ice, stuff like that. So right now, due to current weather conditions, the Mackinac Bridge is closed to all traffic. And they explain that if you're on your way to the bridge, reduce your speed up to 20 miles per hour, and then stop. And then they're going to have personnel there stationed at either ends to give you instructions, like places where you can go. Usually in this case, churches will open their doors. If it's going to be closed all night, churches will like open their doors. Hotels will provide reduced rates, stuff like that for people who go back and forth on the bridge for work. So they're not able to get back to where they're going to, then they can have some place to stay until the bridge reopens. So they'll let you know. And they have a radio station that's just for bridge updates right here. I get text alerts. I don't know why I still get them, but I get text alerts, so that's how I know the bridge is still closed. So just thought I'd give you a little clue about what life is kind of like in Michigan, and give an explanation about how Michigan will just kind of almost shut down to a certain extent. The Mackinac Bridge is like very highly traveled every single day. So when something like this happens, it's kind of slightly a big deal because it is such a important part of travel to and from in Michigan, especially if you're going to and from the between the peninsulas. So yeah, that is what the weather is like. Yay! Hey y'all! I have no clue why I said y'all. Blame my mom's side of the family. My grandma and a bunch of my cousins grew up in the South, so I grew up hearing y'all a lot. So, hey, it's Saturday. I know I haven't vlogged since the 12th, which I think was Monday. I don't know. No, Tuesday. Sunday was the 10th. But yeah, I am sorry. I feel like I keep apologizing because all the videos are pretty much going to be like this for the next months. I swear, I promise, one day, all that stuff will be gone and we will have spring. But before we get through that, we have to get through 3 more storms, apparently. I don't know if I told you guys Monday, but on Tuesday, I don't know if I told you guys this earlier, whenever I vlogged, but apparently we were on tap as of this past Tuesday, to have a total of 4 storms within 16 days. So we had one Monday and Tuesday. Luckily, that ended up fizzing out. We were supposed to be under a winter storm warning and watch till like, I want to say noon Wednesday, and that thankfully fizzled out, and so we were only under a winter weather advisory till Wednesday. But we still have, I want to say, 3 more winter storms they're predicting to get through. And I think 2 of them are happening next week, and what it is like 2 or 3 of them are supposed to be really strong, and then the last one's supposed to be really weak. So we still have like 3 more storms to get through. But update on the bridge, in case you guys are wondering, because I know I did show you guys the footage from the bridge cam on my tablet. I'm sorry about what was going on. I don't know what happened. I just watched the video and I noticed it's all black. Update, they did end up reopening the bridge at, I want to say, 6 or 7 o'clock. They did end up reopening it later that day. However, because of the conditions, they did an escort, which is the high-profile vehicles were escorted across the bridge. Normally you can go, I want to say, almost 35 miles an hour in the bridge. You had to slow down to 20 miles per hour. They still had bridge personnel directing you. Basically, escorting means is they have, like, I want to say, like, army trucks or something, and basically they put like the high profile vehicles or even like the normal vehicles in between like bigger vehicles. So like a semi truck will go in one lane and a little car will go in another. So basically they're just escorting you across the bridge, and they do it very carefully and very slowly so that there's no accidents, because it can be kind of scary. I have actually gone across the bridge, I want to say 3 times when it's been under a high wind thing. And that basically means the wind is really strong, and you can actually feel your car, even in the little cars. The high profile vehicles are like big semi trucks, I want to say buses, motorhomes, stuff like that. And so that is like literally rocking it. I've gone across the bridge in an SUV type vehicle with my cousin we both went to Northern, and she took me home and we went back together. I've gone across the bridge when it was under a high wind thing in an SUV type vehicle, and you can literally feel the SUV moving. And at one point we were next to a semi, and the semi blew past us, and all of a sudden there was just like this vacuum. So I did that in an SUV. I rode it across in a van and a regular car, and you can like literally feel the bridge moving when the wind's strong enough and your car is rocking back and forth. And it does not help if you watch some of the videos where I cross the bridge, you hear this weird metal thing. They have grates in sections of the bridge, and that's supposed to help it with the ice and the rain go through it. And that makes it even harder, because it literally feels like you have no control of your car, because it literally feels like your car's jerking back and forth. So combine that with the wind, and it's no wonder that one of the services the Mackinac Bridge Authority provides is you can call ahead and have someone drive you across the bridge. And I have never driven myself across the bridge, and that's fine with me. I do find it funny, though. A couple of years ago, I found a video, I guess Inside Edition did, about the scariest bridge in America, and they said it was the Mackinac Bridge, and I'm sitting here watching it on YouTube, and this woman's, like, completely freaking out. I'm like, okay, I get why people freak out, but don't call the Mackinac Bridge the most dangerous bridge and the scariest bridge in America. The International, there's a bridge in Sault Ste. Marie. My mom and my dad are both nervous crossing the bridge, and they will drive, but they're okay with it. My parents do not like crossing the bridge that connects Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to Sault Ste. Marie, Canada. I think that's called the International Bridge. They don't like driving on that bridge. That bridge to them is way scarier than the Mackinac Bridge, and that one's not even as long as the Mackinac Bridge. So, yeah, but Mackinac Bridge reopened, escort, so... But that's kind of typical. It's very rare during this time of year in Michigan that the Mackinac Bridge isn't under some kind of wind thing, be it high wind, anything like that. It's very rare for it to be off of a thing. And yes, I have Power Rangers on my bed now. But yeah, so things have calmed down. As I said, I didn't really do anything this week. Yesterday, I did go meet my friend Erin S. for lunch, a late birthday lunch. It just worked out that the only time we were both available was going to be yesterday, because I don't eat out 2 days in a row, and he wanted to go originally on my birthday. I had plans. Then he wanted to go on the 9th, and I said no, because I'm eating out with my dad on the 10th, so not the 10th, 9th, or the 11th. He goes to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, so Friday was the only day we could meet up because I worked Wednesday. So we met up yesterday at Buffalo Wild Wings. One of my favorite restaurants. Was kind of weird because I've never gone there and had been there, and I'd been like a wait. Like got there before him, like I want to say 15 minutes before him. It was a 25-minute wait. Luckily, by the time he came, we just got in and got seated. He gave me a cute present. For Christmas, he gave me this panda pillow, and for my birthday he gave me this. And it's funny because if you guys look by my TV, I'm not sure how close you see it, my brother got me something similar for Christmas, so I have another one. This is Sentai, and the one my brother gave me, I call it Bubba, because that's what my mom used to call my brother all the time, was Bubba. So that is Bubba for my brother. But yeah, so that was pretty much it. I am still pushing myself with my workout. I've come up with a tentative schedule for my yoga. I was going to actually start doing kickboxing today, and I started doing kickboxing, and then I sat there and I sit there, and even though I'm doing it by myself in my room, nobody can see me. I'm standing there and I feel like a complete and total idiot, which is weird because yoga has some very poses I would not like to do in public. But I'm totally fine with doing yoga, but doing kickboxing by myself, I'm like, nah. So I'm just going to focus on my yoga, which I think is going to help me in the long run with my biking and walking when it warms up. So my tentative plan is Mondays Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm going to do a 15-minute like workout for like strength and mobility. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm doing one for flexibility. And then Saturdays, I'm going to do a full workout, which is why I started today. And I'm going to ease myself into it. So this is not something I'm just going to jump full on right into. I know that's not the smartest thing to do. So my plan right now is for this week and next week, I'm going to do, I found Sarah Beth Yoga on YouTube. That's who I'm using. It's really nice. It's really simple. It's really easy to follow along. So right now I'm doing she has a yoga warm up, like a 7-8 yoga workout warm up. So this week and next week I'm doing a warm up followed by a 15-minute, like really, it's high intensity to me. It's a workout to burn fat, and it's like pretty much just a normal workout. But it's kind of difficult to me because it's like, okay, airplane pose. I'm like, an airplane pose. I've never done yoga before. It's like really my first foray into it is this. And I'm really enjoying it for the most part. But it's like, okay, do this. Do an airplane pose. I'm like, what the hell is an airplane pose? I mean, what the heck? Sorry. And it's basically you stand on one foot, lift your other leg out behind you and put your arms out to the side, mimicking your leg. And I'm like, ah! And then Warrior 3, you do that, so keep that pose, but move your arms so they're stretched out like this. And I'm like, yay! So I'm doing my best. It was hard today. I did collapse at one point because I'm like, I can't keep up. But it was fun. It was worth it. So I'm just doing those two this week and next week. Then for the 2 weeks after that, I'm going to add in the one I just did for the first time tonight. I'm sorry, I flipped everybody off accidentally. Was 15 minutes, so 7 and 15. That's about just over 20. Then after next week for 2 weeks, I'm adding in a second yoga workout. It's a toning workout. That's about, I want to say 10, 15 minutes. I'll add that in, and so I'll do the warm up, the workout, the toning for 2 weeks, those three. And then after that, I'll throw in a 30-minute cool down. So that way I'm eventually getting it to where I'm doing it for like, I think just almost an hour a day on Saturdays, where I'll be doing a full-on workout. And then eventually I'm hoping I can add in, they do a flexibility. So eventually I'm hoping I will switch it up. So I will do like the full workout of just the yoga workout for like 2 or 3 weeks until I get used to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start switching out, so every other Saturday, and instead of doing the warm-up followed by the 2 workouts followed by the cool-down, I will switch it to where I'm doing the flexibility. So she has 2 flexibilities, one that's beginner, and that's the one I'm doing on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. So Saturdays, I might throw in another flexibility thing to so that I'm doing a big, decent workout, because I really feel like I'm gaining back weight. You guys would be honest and tell me if my face is getting fatter, right? Because I feel like it is, but everyone's telling me it's not getting fatter. I'm not getting fatter. I'm like, I feel like I am. So that's my plan, to slowly, gradually build it up where I'm doing yoga a lot on Saturdays. Not so much doing Mondays through Fridays, simply because those are the days I tend to be working. I tend to have a lot going on. Mondays and Fridays, I get up, I do my yoga, and then I clean. I vacuum my room. I usually take out garbage. And then I usually vacuum the hallway and the living room. I don't touch my brother's room. He doesn't like that. So I clean the house a little bit. Usually like the first Monday or Friday of the month is when I do laundry. And then I do a big load of laundry. And then I would do it more, except for the fact we had to pay to use the laundry here. So I wish we had our own washer and dryer, because then I would be doing my laundry a lot more. But I have to pay like almost $5 a load. So it adds up quick. So I do my laundry, and then I have my day schedule out where if I'm not working, I do cleaning and yoga in the morning, Bible devotions. I have lunch, usually between noon and 2. And then after I finish eating lunch, I usually pop on something on YouTube and I jump into my writing. And I try to write for 3 hours a day. So I'm like, when I don't work, I write 3 hours a day, except Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays I do 1 to 2 hours. Sundays I don't write at all. And then I write about 3 hours. get my dinner between 5 and 7. I don't like eating after 6:30. I don't know why. I just don't like it. My mom thinks it's weird. My mom actually got mad at me one time a couple weeks ago because she got home late. She was going to make us dinner, and she never started dinner till almost 7 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not waiting till 7 o'clock. I don't know why I do not like eating after a certain time. Like, I don't like eating after 2 for lunch, and I don't like having breakfast after 10. So if I get up, like, after 10, I just skip breakfast, which I do Sundays anyway because of church. So then I write, I have dinner, I chill out. I usually watch videos throughout the day, and then from usually 6:30, or from between 6:30 and 7:30, that's when I log on to Sotar, and I play Sotar from about 7, from around 7 to almost till just after 10. And then I turn it off, I put my computer away. Right now I gotta put music on this thing, and then I do my yoga bedtime routine. So I do yoga twice a day, Mondays through Saturdays, because I do a yoga thing in the morning, and then I do a bedtime routine at night, and then I say my prayers. I am in my jammies, I get ready for the night, and then I climb into bed. I will start off, I try to be in bed by, my alarm goes, I have my alarm set for 8 o'clock Mondays through Fridays. I get up at 8 o'clock because I have my alarm. Saturdays I let myself sleep in. Sundays I get up at 7:30 because of church. So usually I'm in bed by 1 o'clock, and what I will do is if I'm in bed before midnight, I will read from whatever book I have, and right now it's Fatal Alliances. Sometimes I'll read it out loud to myself, other times I just read it silently. And then I will turn off my lamp here. I will turn off my battery-operated lantern, which is on my jewelry box, and I'll take out my Kindle, which if I'm listening to an audiobook, I have on Audible. I'm already going to have on anyway. And then I will read like a fan fiction or watch a few YouTube videos or something, and then eventually I will just turn it off and crawl into bed and go to sleep. Yeah, so that's pretty much my schedule. Sundays, it's a little bit different. Saturdays is slightly different because Saturdays is the one day where I let myself sleep in. I don't force myself to really do anything, except for I will force myself to do the big yoga workout on Saturdays. Other than that, I don't really do anything Saturdays. Sundays are a little bit different because Sundays are the one day right now that Mom, Erin, and we all have off from work. So Sundays, most Sundays, I go to church with my mom. During the summer, that will be different. When it starts warming up during the spring and summer, she will stop going with me as much, and I will start going by myself because I will just walk or bike. But right now, during the winter, when she feels like it, she goes to church with me because I'm not allowed to walk in the cold like this. So that's why I don't go as much, because Sundays are really my mom's only day off, where we all have the day off. She likes to sleep in and spend the day resting. That usually is also the day we tend to run our errands. So if she and I do go to church, we usually get out of church, come home, grab my brother. And if we need to go to the store, we run to the store. Usually in the afternoon, she and my brother, and sometimes I'll take along, they'll go to the library, which is open until Memorial Day on Sundays. I haven't been going to the local library as much anymore. I used to go all the time, but I have a ton of Star Wars books, like literally that entire bookcase I need to read. I also have a couple of Cassandra Clare books I want to reread, and I also, lately, our local library is just, they did this big, huge remodel a few years ago. Everything's changed, and it just doesn't feel the same. It's not as much fun going as it was when I was younger, so I don't go to a local library as much, and I used to go all the time and get like almost 30 books. So I don't really go that much. I usually go about once a month or so if I feel like going. Most of the time I go and I don't get anything, so... I can't go tomorrow because I ordered some stuff from Amazon. I ordered blank CDs. I ordered pages for my CDs because my Star Wars stuff, I'm sitting here realizing I have a list of all these things I gotta get, like Resistance and the new movies and new CDs and stuff like that. I put them in 3-ring binders. You can kind of see on that blue and purple one. Blue is the soundtracks and audiobooks. Purple is the movies. And instead of keeping them in their cases and taking up a bunch of space, I put them in binders. And so I do not have any more pages of CDs. The blank CDs are for like projects my brother and I do. So I got those, and then I got the CD pages for my Star Wars, and then you see that sparkle binder up there. That is going to be where I keep my finisher certificates for when I do my running / walking, and so I got pages for those. So I got sleeves for those. So I ordered those from Amazon yesterday, and to my surprise, Amazon took the money out of my account right away, and I'm like, wow, that was fast. And then I looked today, and it's like, oh, by the way, your thing shipped yesterday, and it's supposed to be here tomorrow. So that's why I'm not really going anywhere tomorrow afternoon. It's because my package is coming with everything I ordered from Amazon already, which means while this is uploading for you guys, I will be sorting through, dividing the CD pages into 2 separate piles and putting the CDs, like, I don't know where I'm going to put them. I got a pack of 100, because that should last us a while. So I got a pack of 100. I got 50 vault CD pages, so I divide them 25, 25. That's a good chunk. And then I think I got a pack of 20 sleeves, because I figure I can put 2 in each sleeve, so I don't know. But I'm trying, like I said, to be more organized, to get in a better headspace. I'm sewing more. I'm very proud of myself, because usually on Sundays while the vlog is uploading, I will be practicing my guitar, which I'm really behind on, so I need to practice it more. I'm still just absolutely a total beginner. And work on my embroidery, which I am also behind on, because I want to get these done by Easter. This is one pillowcase. I have another one like this I have to do. So I'm working on this right now. So usually Sundays are when I play my guitar, I do my embroidery, I do sewing, except this week I rewarded myself since I got my chapter done early. I was able to Thursday make my new throw pillow. See, on one side it says Future Jedi, and on the back it's hot pink. So this is the fabric I got for my birthday that I absolutely love. What I did not know is the fluff I used to stuff it is actually coming through the front of it. So I did not know that. But that is my new, guess gave you guys a really bad angle. That is my new throw pillow. So I'm sure I've told you guys before, you've seen my sewing machine. I do tend to do a little bit of sewing. I do like sewing and embroidery. It's just that I don't do it that often. And it seems kind of weird. When I tell people, oh, I do embroidery or I do sewing and I make like throw pillows and pillowcases, I get, oh, really? And I'm like, is it that hard to believe? And I go, well, maybe. But yeah, I love doing stuff like that. So I'm going to wrap this up, you guys, but before I do, since I know the next couple weeks are going to be boring, and on my birthday vlog, the one I posted this past week, I did notice I got a dislike. I am sorry whoever disliked that video. I know these videos aren't that great, and it's pretty much just me sitting in my room talking to a camera about silly, stupid things that probably offend people. So I'm really sorry about that, and the thing is, I gotta do something because this is what it's going to be for the most part. It's really it's going to be like this till at least April. So in April for 5 days, I am going to try to do some thing for a Star Wars celebration. I'm not going to Star Wars celebration, but I am hopefully going to have those 5 days off so I can live stream it. So I want you guys, if anybody actually watches these videos, to give me suggestions about things you want me to do. Like, I will try to do my best. There's some stuff out there that I actually cannot do, and if I get a request for it, I will say, for something I cannot do, I will say why I can't do it. But for anything, like if you guys want to see what's in my purses, which isn't that lot, if you want to see me do like kind of a get ready with me video, which again is not that intense. If there's something you guys want me to talk about, where you just want me to have a video where I sit down and talk about this, any questions you guys want me to answer, anything like that, let me know, because I really am running out of ideas, and right now my main idea is just to cut back on how much I'm vlogging during the winter months, and to like April, May, just let this be like a user content, where a subscriber generated channel where you guys give me ideas for what you want to see me do or hear me talking about. So let me know what you guys want to, if you guys have any questions, any ideas, let me know, and I will go through them and let you guys know what I have planned. So I'm going to get going for today. You guys stay safe, stay sane. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.